Hello YouTubers, glad to have you back on my channel. Today we're gonna work on this BMW E46 2004. It's a 1.8 gasoline engine, and as you saw earlier, I have some oil leakages from my engine, and I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it's about this head gasket. This rocker cover arm gasket actually, and we will actually try to change it today, and you already know how to get in here, how to reach this point, and because everything is so dirty and oily, first I'm gonna throw some brake cleaner and also some gasoline on the engine, and yeah, clean it really well, because this way after I will change the gasket, I can actually check if that was the root cause from my oil leakage, or if it's something else, then it could be more visible than it's now anyways. So yeah, let's go ahead and clean everything well first. Yeah, and I also protected the rubber belts by putting a rag over them, so I don't want to get too much gasoline on the rubber belts. I know they're supposed to be very resistant to oil and gasoline and stuff like that, but I mean, better protect them than regret it later. Okay, so after I cleaned a little bit the top side here, now we can see the components actually, and all the pieces. We can go on and remove this cover here, and for that we will open the oil filler cap, and then we will just pull this up. Actually, first, before removing this cap, we need to remove the cabin air filter housing. So then the harness here, you just have to pull it like this upwards, and then open these three screws that are holding the cap of the cabin filter. Okay, this is your cabin air filter, and using this opportunity we will also change this one with a new one. Cabin air filter housing, it's removed by unscrewing these bolts, these for Torx 30. Housing out. Okay, now you can take easily this cap off. Yep, a lot of oil there. Lot of oil. Now that we have that cover off, we should open the spark plug connections by just lifting that up, and this way the connector is pulled back. Yeah, everything is now released. Now we will cut off this plastic wrap. We have these two tens here that we need to unplug. This one here and the other one on this side, on the other side. Yep, and as you can see, yeah, that one, and actually that one from down there. And as you can see, there's a lot of oil around here, so that's a clear sign of faulty gasket. So we'll pull out the induction coils by simply lifting them up from the spark plugs. Okay, so I used some pliers to remove the vent hose right here. I pushed this side and then pushed it outside, and then these two tens. So actually you just need to pull up this connector and it will come out. No need to open these two 10mm. Go ahead and put them back. So now that the harness is completely removed and moved aside, and everything seems pretty prepared, we can go ahead and start unbolting the the cover fasteners, and watch out, you will have here an 8 that it's holding this tube, on the 10 that it's holding the cover. So yeah, just go ahead and release all the bolts, including these 4 from the middle, and yeah, then we should have the cover off. Okay, so once you have your rocker cover arm down, you want to clean all the surface where the new gasket will come. Make sure it's clean really well. Also inspect these O-rings. Mine are in a pretty good condition, I have to admit, and I also didn't had oil under the coils. That means that these O-rings were actually in a good condition. So yeah, down there where the spark is, it's pretty dried in all our 4 cases, so no need to worry about these O-rings, but you need to check them if you do this job. Make sure you check them on both pieces. Okay, now that also the rocker cover it's clean very well inside, you can use gasoline or brake fluid cleaner or brake cleaner, but yeah, make sure you clean everything, and let's put back the gasket in and assemble everything back. Okay, first, before coming with the rocker cover, we're just gonna put back these sliders for the coils, one here and one in the back here. And now we can come back with this big mama, put back all the screws at their position. Okay, make sure your gasket doesn't fall from its position. Seems a lot easier than at the removal. It looks pretty much at where it needs to be. Just give a final check that everything looks good. Okay, that will look good like that. Start by hand tightening everything. Make sure that everything is tightening easy, and you don't need to use force yet. Try to use a crisscross way, so basically from now on we just need to reverse everything that we did so far. Nothing special. So now that you hand tighten all the bolts, so only by hand until it stops, don't force it too much at the beginning, and use the crisscross way method in order to press evenly the gasket back on the engine. So it's not bad to check all around 360 degrees and make sure that the outer gasket and also the inner gasket, it's at its place. So yeah, after we hand tight everything, this little bastard in back here, you will not be able to tie it via a movable wrench, so you need to use a small wrench like this. It's gonna be pretty hard to determine the same hand tightening force, but I think yeah, this should be it. Yeah, now we can set the Newton meter wrench on 8 Newton meter. I've searched on the internet, and most of the people use the 8 Newton meters and 6 foot-pounds, I guess. And yeah, we're gonna do that, put it on 8, and proceed and tighten on 8 Newton meter all the bolts holding the gasket. So when you hear that sound, that means 8 Newton meters. It's very small tightening force, so don't panic. It's normal when you have this kind of gaskets to have this small forces of tightening. Anyways, we're gonna do a leak test and start the engine afterwards. Make sure everything is running well and not leaking. Now that you have 8 Newton meters to all bolts, we can put back this tiny little guy. To be honest, this one I didn't manage to torque it on the Newton meters because it was impossible to put in the wrench. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be fine. So you finished with this small nut here. You can also connect back the vent tube. So as I said, put the vent back. That's it. Perfect. Maybe use some pliers. Yeah, that click, it's a good sound. Okay, now we can come back with the coils. Just push them back. Alright, then we can come with the cable, put it back to its position, make sure you hang it everywhere back. Okay. Should we start? Yeah, with these two small bolts in the middle here, holding those negatives wires there. We have them here. Okay, so now we'll press back this at its place. Has some grooves on the engine, and also it has a groove here on the bottom of the rocker cover that you need to press it back in. Then yeah, you can actually attach the electric cables for the coils. Alright. Yep, just put it a little bit in and then press on that clamp and naturally closes it. Yep, like that. Perfect. A little check on this again. Absolutely marvelous. And we should come with this one, and this was tightened here with a this kind of stuff. We will tie it back here using the same beautiful technique. And we can proceed with this beautiful cleaned cover. Put it back, and then yeah, we'll continue with the housing of the cabin air filter. Then we'll put a new cabin air filter, obviously. And then last step, I would like to change the oil of the car to have fresh oil in it, and also the oil filter. But you already know how to do this from previous videos. You actually have a link on the top of the video here. If you don't know how to change the oil of the oil filter, even the air filter, it's in that video. So yeah, you got a chance to make your full maintenance. For this cover, we need to take the cap. Beautiful. And it has, it used to have one here, but it doesn't have anymore. But this needs to be sticked on this little pin here.
like a glove.
Yeah, then we put the housing of the air cabin filter with these 4 bolts. You remember those? We have a fresh new cabin air filter. I want to change this as well. I think it has a arrow. Yeah, you can see here the airflow. And this, it should be like this because the air comes from below here and it goes in the car through this area here. So it should be like this if you ask me. But we'll check how it looks like when we... Oh no, it actually has this groove, so... that's weird. This one comes upside down. You see, it's staying good in the position, but it's weird because the airflow, it's oriented downwards, and actually it's the opposite way in my opinion, but we'll just let it like that. Now this back. By just rotating them. Okay. Perfect. Yep. Guys, this was all with the O-ring for the head of the, or for the rocker cover arm. If you have oil leaks, maybe this can be the root cause, maybe not, but it's an easy job. You can do it by yourself by just following these steps. Yeah, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you didn't do it already. Like, comment, share, ask if you have questions, and yeah, see you in the next one. Peace.